Okay.
Yes, we are live. Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, according to your time zone. From our own side of the world, is good evening. It's almost 9:30 from this side. Happy Sunday, happy first Sunday of November to every one of us. And we wish you a month of unlimited blessings and breakthrough. We are back again. Normally, we are almost five or more, but today we are only three. We are all mamas, we are all wives. So, due to one reason or the other, the rest cannot join us. But hopefully, by God's grace, next week we will all be here. So, we are here this evening with another important topic that everyone can benefit from, especially we a working parent and living in the diaspora. So, Bill, before we go on, I will introduce myself and my business partners, my sisters from another mothers will also introduce themselves and we go ahead. So, Ekale gbogbo ẹ̀yin ará ilé, a kú ọjọ́ ìsinmi, a kú oṣù tuntun, oṣù ayọ̀, oṣù ìdùnnú ló máa jẹ́ fún gbogbo wa lágbára Ọlọ́run. A dẹ̀ tún kó ọ̀sẹ̀ tuntun is 2 in 1 ní ilé nìyí. Ọ̀sẹ̀ ayọ̀ ni fún gbogbo wa lágbára Ọlọ́run. So before we go on, my own name is Oluwakemi Ayeni. I'm originally from Nigeria, but I live in Belgium. I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I work in the health sector and I run an online digital business as a plan B or side also. So these are my sisters. Auntie Felicia, can you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Thank you, everyone. Happy Sunday. A kú ọ̀sẹ̀ tuntun, ọ̀sẹ̀ ayọ̀ la jẹ́ fún wa lágbára Ọlọ́run. And a dẹ̀ kú oṣù tuntun náà. Sorry, a ti bọ́ sí November. Wow, so quick. In fact, ìgbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ 2024, like it was just like yesterday. Today we are just 1 month to the end of the year, 2 months to the end of the year. Wow, amazing. So thank you for joining us tonight. We have a special topic prepared for you. For those of you that haven't met me before, my name is Felicia Osedi Akintola, a mom, a wife, a registered nurse and digital business owner. I am so proud to be here today to give you this value. So hopefully you will find value in what we're going to discuss today. I'll pass it on to Sister Diola.
Yes, good evening from Nigeria. Thank God for another amazing month, amazing November. Oṣù ayọ̀ ló máa jẹ́ fún wa lórúkọ Jésù. So my name is Adiola Tolushe. I'm a Christian, I'm a wife, I'm a mom of 2 beautiful girls. And I used to work for the federal government of my country for 14 years. But now, because of this business, I'm able to retire and take care of my family. So thank you for joining us tonight. Sorry, my voice is a bit low. I'm strong, but we show up for our business irrespective of whatever is happening. Thank you.
Thank you, sis. So, viewers, as I said earlier on, our topic today is something that concerns everyone, especially we parents living in the diaspora. There are so many challenges that we encounter living abroad as a working parent. To balancing our family and professional life is not something that is so easy as we expected, but still we still have to look for way to get solutions to those challenges. We have to look for way to overcome them and be there for our children. It's our responsibility. Those children, they sit down with Baba God. Now we say make them come. We bring them to this life, to this world, and we should be able to cater for them, to be responsible for them, to be there when they needed us most. And that is why we always come here to introduce our business to you, to create awareness, to let other parents as we knows that there are other ways of working than the traditional way we all know, which is the 9 to 5. These days, people work smarter, not harder. So all those challenges, we should see them as stepping stone. We should not see them as barrier that can debar us from progressing. Because coming abroad, we are all here based on information, but getting here is a different story. We can go back. Most of us have sold their properties before coming abroad. Some even lend money from the bank or from finance homes or other source of lending money. And getting here is different story entirely. And there's no other way. They have to face it and face it squarely. No going back. So those challenges that we might come across, we should just see them as stepping stone. We should not see them as roadblock or obstacle that can debar us from getting our dream lifestyle or achieving our dream. All those motivations that we have before packing our loads and coming to new country that we don't even know anything about. We should let our whys be at the back of our mind and be able to face them squarely, see them as a stepping stone, embrace them so that we can be able to achieve those dreams. So today, we'll be discussing those challenges and how to overcome them. So I'll be calling my sisters one after the other, and we will discuss at least maybe next week. We will not be able to say much this evening, but maybe next week we'll come back to do part 2 of those challenges. By then, our other sisters will be here by God's grace. So I'll be calling Auntie Deola to talk about 1 or 2 challenges that parents, it might even be parents in general, but at least we are directing this to we living in the diaspora. What are those challenges, at least 1 or 2, that parents, the working parents in the diaspora, they face in achieving their dream, and how can they overcome those challenges? Thank you, sis.
Yeah, thank you so much, okay, so one of the challenges that parents, especially those in diaspora and generally, but especially those in the diaspora, I think those are the ones we're talking this evening or talking about. Okay, so one of it is the job insecurity, and most times it leads to financial constraint or pressure. A lot of times, especially for people that work part-time, that maybe because your children are still young, you can't take up full employment, or because of one thing or the other, you are working part-time. And then, like in America, it's not just enough that you went to school. If you don't see a company that will file for you, you are as good as unemployed. And it happens also in, I've seen instances in Canada where people would say that they worked for 6 months, but they didn't renew their contract, and like there was nothing they could do. That those people were well within their rights, even though, it was unfair for them. And it happens generally in the world where, so there is no job that you can say that this job is 100% guaranteed, especially when you're a foreigner in another person's land. So you cannot say that this job I have, or you can go and sleep that it is guaranteed 100%. And so it can lead to constraint. When you get the money, you would be careful how you spend that money, because you don't know what will happen the next minute. And it's heartbreaking when one lives like that, especially when, like we said, they can't come back home. That fear, I don't know what will happen to my work. And a lot of people, because of these Ghanaian challenges, homes are, pressure at home, because of that pressure they are in. Because one thing about abroad is, there's nobody that you can go and knock on and say that, please help me with this, help me with that, you understand? And so you need to have a job, or you need to have something that you are doing, because the bills are always there. And if you don't pay one, before you know it, it keeps piling. And then there's no cutting of corners when it comes to bill payments. It is as sure as your tax, and so those bills they are there for you to. And so I know the kind of pressure people face because of these bills, and and then fear about their work, and if they are going to still have work at the end of the year. So people now, they don't know what 2025 holds for them job wise. And so as foreigners in another person's land, and as generally as people, as human beings, even when you're in your country, you cannot say that you have 100% job guarantee. Anything can happen at any time. And so you need to start thinking about what you can call your own, that's something you can fall back on you know that what is, God forbid, if anything happens to your job, it's not the end of life. You don't think about it that where am I going to start from? But if you started building something that you can your own business, you know, if you start building it, if anything happens to your job, it will be easy for you to to adjust and then go on about your own business. And like for our own business, the beautiful thing is that for the fact that you are working does not stop you from having your own business. Unlike maybe if it's a traditional business that you have a shop and you have to go to work, it is when you close from work. But because we have that automation, so even when you are working, your business is working, and then on your commute to work, you can run your business. When you get home, you can run your businesses. All you just need is your laptop or your phone and internet. So it's very easy to run. And then, a lot of people say, we don't have experience, whatever. But these are things that come with our business training, mentorship, coaching that will help you. And so I just want to encourage somebody today. Today, I'm a living testimony that when you have a business, you can live life on your own terms. I was able to walk away from my 9 to 5 last year because I have something that has replaced that 9 to 5. And I'm able to say, let's continue to build this that is my own. And I'm thankful that I am doing it. So I'm calling on all parents, whether you're in Nigeria, especially those in diaspora, that there's nothing you're coming back home to come and do again, as it were. Let me put it that way. You have an opportunity in this, our digital business that works around your schedule, that can help you, that this supposedly side also can become your main also, that this your 9 to 5 will now be the side also, or you can even decide that, this business has given me so much, I can walk away from your 9 to 5. You will live life on your own terms, and that is one of the beautiful things about having your own online business. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sis. In fact, you've said it all. Honestly, that is very good. You've said it all. I will just come in the aspect of that there is no job guarantee. Let's take, for instance, what happened during pandemic. A lot of company went bankrupt. A lot of company closed down. A lot of people lose their job during pandemic, except those people that have online digital business. Then during pandemic, the online site, they were still working. We can go, even ordinary supermarket, we cannot go to buy things. People were shopping online. People that started this business during that pandemic, today, they are millionaire in their own way. You know how many businesses they've opened, how many houses they've been able to buy, just because during that time, nothing was happening, nothing was going on, except those people that stay in the comfort of their home and running their business. And they were still working, they're still making money. A lot of people, that was even the high season time for them, because people were just at home doing nothing. So then, for those that were running their hearts, then they were able to get more people. And today, they've gone so far. They are just thanking God that they are able to start this business before or during that time. So, and another thing is that working for people, you are just helping those people to build their own empire. You are helping other people to build their legacy. We are not saying you should not work. We are still working. At least me and Sister Felicia, we are still working, except that Sister Deola. You can imagine somebody living in Africa, in Nigeria. And because of this business, she was able to resign from a job that she has done for 14 good years. And not even for private company. She was working with the federal government of Nigeria before joining this business. But after some months that she joined this business, she was able to resign, because what she was realizing in this business, her job for 14 years was not able to give her as much as that. You can imagine. And that is why we are coming here every day to let people know that there are other ways to work, to earn. Iṣẹ́ kọ́ lówó. Tó bá jẹ́ pé bí iṣẹ́ lówó ni, àwọn bricklayer, àwọn gold miner, àwọn tó máa ń gbẹ́ borehole, àwọn ló máa gba owó jù. Because those are the ones doing the heavy jobs. But no, it's not so. So please, people, let's wake up, especially we parents in the diaspora. If your job, if they ask you to go your home today, They will not replace you with your child. They will not ask you to bring your child. Your child cannot use your certificate to work. But when you have a business that you call your own, you are building a legacy for yourself, and your child can inherit that from you. It can become a family business that everyone in the family can be running it and doing fine. So it's just an advice. So because people used to say, if it's giving you so much, why are people coming out to talk about it? After all, Africans, they don't let other people know where they are getting money from. That was in the olden days. Now, you let people know, you teach people how to fish, not by not giving them fish all the time. But when you teach them how to fish themselves, so everybody will have more than enough. Well, we will not be looking at another person, we will not be begging all the time. And so that we can be able to be there for our children. A lot are happening. I just don't want to talk too much tonight. A lot are happening. I was on live chat with Oluchi on Friday, and we were talking about parents that are working 15 hours, 12 hours. Fine. We are not saying parents should not work, but at least reduce the hours of working and build something for yourself and your family. A business that fits in any situations you are. A business that fits into your circumstances. A business that doesn't add stress to you. And you will be in the comfort of your home, running such business, seeing to your children's day-to-day activity, doing other things that you have passion for, taking care of yourself. You know, the benefit of running this business, in fact, is uncountable. I will just stop it like that, because if I can be going on and on and on and on, but time will not permit us to do that tonight. But probably next week, by God's grace, we'll come back and do part 2. So I'll be calling on Sister Felicia.
Okay.
You know, these challenges, there are so many. So Sister Deola have mentioned one. Can you please give us another challenge that working parents are facing in the diaspora? After all, we are in the system, so we know what it is.
Thank you very much, sis. Well, for me, I'll be talking about family support, lack of family support. You know, coming abroad, especially even sometimes back in your home country, sometimes you might lack some family support, but especially abroad, it is very obvious because we are far away from our extended families, from, you know, people who can help us, you know, our brothers or sisters, depending on, you know, your own circumstance. And, you know, I've had the opportunity of speaking with so many parents since I started mine. And I also was at that stage. Sometimes in my life, I had no family support. It was really hard. And I know that a lot of us abroad are also going through that. There's no one to keep the children with. And at some stage, husband and wife will have to do like opposite shifts. I'll take myself as an example. You know, when we came here, like I came first, you know, I settled and everything before. So my husband had to be flexible, because otherwise then it would be very hard. But the flexibility at that time meant that it was only picking shifts when he could, and it was affecting the family's income. So at some stage, you had to go into full-time employment. And I was also in full-time employment, you know, with full-time employment for both parents. And we have growing kids. Growing kids needs us to monitor them, to supervise them. But, you know, there was no, if it was back in Nigeria, like then I had my mom, there's my sister, there's my brother, there's the wife of my brother, there's, you know, so many people, there's my in-laws, people who could support that. Okay, grandma is there, grandma of Yanokbaja is there, so yeah, Malogbomotiwon and all those things. There's nothing like that abroad, you know. So we had to consume our own smoke. Like we literally had to manage, and at the end of the day, it's very stressful. Because that one has gone, is had to work maybe the whole day and is already tired coming back, nagging, and you know, maybe I've also been to work the whole night, come back in the morning, so exhausted, tired, and house chores are still there. So those are the challenges. I can relate with it. And you know, from my experience as well, speaking with other parents, I've really gotten to know that parents abroad are really going through a lot. In fact, some people even have had their children taken by the social service because báwo lẹ ṣe máa fi àwọn ọmọ tí ò tó ọjọ́ lẹ̀ sínú ilé tẹ́yìn máa lọ bí iṣẹ́ tẹ́ wá tilẹ̀kùn mọ́ wọn lórí. There was even an incident that, the mom was very tired. She slept off. Àwọn ọmọ ti bọ́ síta. Wọ́n ti lọ ń ṣeré. Àwọn neighbor láti pọ̀ ọlọ́pàá náà kó àwọn ọmọ, things like that. But there are ways to overcome this. Yes, there are ways to overcome this. I know I said earlier that being flexible, like I wanted my husband to be flexible so that at least taking care of the children, but that's also affecting, the family's income. Because if I was the only one working tirelessly, at a stage it will get into my head, as a human being, we are all a human being. So then we had to, reach that agreement that no, go into full-time employment so that the income can balance up. But then I realized that there are other ways that one can make this really work, even if you're abroad and you don't have those family support. You can support yourself. One, if your children are grown. So those are the ways that I have been able to overcome it, and that's the advice I'll be giving to you today. So if you have kids that are grown, like above 10, try to, assign tasks to them. Okay, you take care of this laundry. And then the other ones, you take care of the bathroom. You take care of what? And, before you know it, those kids will even grow. It will be part of them. They know what to do before you know it. And that way, you can give yourself some relief, from coming to work and still having to do the dishes, do the cleaning and everything. You know that, okay, at least this will be taken care of by one of the children, the other one will be taken care of, and the other. And you can also multitask. You can if you don't have grown kids, like your kids are still toddlers, you can put the washing while you're cooking. I know maybe most of you know, it's just to reiterate, just to re-emphasize that you can also do that to, relieve that stress of you. And you can, if you have church family, if you have neighbors that are kind, you can, just, reach out to them for support. But the most important, the lasting one, because those are just, things you can do at the moment to relieve the stress. But the most important, the lasting one, is for one of the parents to actually be flexible. And if you're going to be flexible, then you have to have something else coming in for you as financial, like source of income. So running a business of your own will give you that freedom, will give you that flexibility. I've actually met people, I've spoken with people who are not even running online business, but have business of their, who were thinking of having businesses of their own, who now have businesses of their own because of the constraint of working for someone. They have to put in annual leave even before they can see their parents. We live abroad, our parents are back home. Before you can go and see your sick parent, you have to put in that leave, and it might not even be granted. I've actually met a lot of people who have, because of that, started something for themselves, and it has grown, and they actually had to, leave that employment and start running their own business for flexibility. So having a source of income for yourself, like something you build for yourself, could be, a game changer in that support that you want for your family. So with our own business model is one that you can run from home, and you can start building it while you're, leveraging this support that I told you earlier, like maybe your church family, your neighbors who are kind, and, multitasking, assigning tasks and all that. Start building something for yourself that will give you that, flexibility at the end of the day, that will help you, to relieve that stress, even from your husband. Because honestly, family is meant to be enjoyed. Family is meant for, creating memories. I can remember growing up, the memories we had with our parents was awesome. Sometimes today when I talk, like not too long ago, I was speaking with my brother, and, we just had to talk over what happened in the past, how our parents was good, how the kids in our yard and all those things. Those are the things that family is meant for. It's not to be nagging. And what they remember you for when your kids grow up is, mommy pariwo. Mommy pariwo. That's not a good thing, honestly. We need to change that, that narrative. You need to make it work for yourself. You find yourself in that spiral. Like my sister said, there's no home to go back to. You just have to make things work for yourself by seeking the information. We are out here every Sunday, to pass that value to you, to give you those tips that you can leverage on to actually make life worth what it's meant to be for you. So if you have a business, that you're building gradually from the comfort of your home alongside your primary job, and with maybe a year or two, if that business has grown to the level that it can sustain your family's income, then you can then say, okay, bye to my 9 to 5 while I concentrate on my family and my business. And then your husband can go and do the full-time job while you are running this flexible, or the husband can be flexible, running online business, taking care of the kids, while the wife goes to do, the full-time job. Because here abroad, there's nothing like okololori, yes, but we do both together, because you can't say, no, let the wife be at home, and it can be anyone, when it comes for that. So it's, at the end of the day, it's for the benefit of the whole family. So that's my tip for you. Lack of family support is something like we battle with here abroad. But I can tell you, if you try what I've told you, if you put it into practice, you might see some changes.
Yeah, thank you, sis. That is another good one. Here is not like in Africa, as my sister says, that you have your cousins, your aunties, even on holiday, children will go to grandma to go and visit them during holiday. But here, you are on your own. And one thing is that in Africa, they said there's only one person that gives birth, but everybody take care of the children. Here, you give birth to your children, you will take care of them. Nobody will help you. But if you refuse to do your responsibility, government or social will take them. They will help you. All those things you're supposed to teach them, you didn't. They will learn it from Google. They will learn it from their other friends outside. And if they are unfortunate enough to come across friends that comes from bad home, then go be bad day. And that will now, the parents will now be living with the stigma for the rest of their life. And that is why it is very important, no matter how small it is, we should be able to create time for our children. Fine, here, there is no support, but there is no how you'll be living in an environment. You will not even have someone you can say, oh, yeah, this is my confidence. Those people, you can come together, support each other, create group. Yeah, have a group that, okay, if someone take care of the children today, tomorrow another person can take it, so that you can have time for yourself to build something that at least it will be of benefit to you in your golden age. Because ìlú yìí, if tí a bá fi ọgbọ́n ṣe, one can fall into depression big time. Àdàpéwèrè dẹ̀ ló ń pè ní depression. Kò sí, it's a psychiatric problem. Àdàpéwèrè ni Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ àárín nǹkan tí kò dáa. Kọ́lọ́run kó máa ṣọ́ wa. But when people face challenges, especially láti raise ọmọ ní ìlú òyìnbó, Ọlọ́run ni o. Kọ́lọ́run kó máa ṣàánú gbogbo wa. Kọ́lọ́run kó bá wa tọ́ àwọn ọmọ wa. Kọ́lọ́run kó má ṣe àwọn ọmọ wa lọ́mọ àǹfààní àdúgbò. Kọ́lọ́run kó ṣe wọ́n lọ́mọ tó máa wúlò fún òbí. But at the same time, heaven help those who help themselves. We should be able to take our responsibility on our children as a parent. No matter how busy our days are, we should reduce that hours of working to see to our children's day-to-day activities. They are our future. It's whatever we do to them now that they will repay us back later on. Ọmọ téèyàn ò bá kọ́ nísìnyí, that we are not there for them when they needed us most. Nígbà táwa náà bá dàgbà, that we will be depending on them. They will not be there. Kò tẹ́ ṣe àwọn ọmọ kọ̀ǹpútà tá à ń bí nísìnyí. So please, Ọlọ́run á ràn gbogbo wa lọ́wọ́. And myself, I will be talking about the language barrier, language and cultural barrier. That is another important, one of the most challenges that we parents that we faced in abroad. I am a victim of that, because when I left Nigeria, I found myself in the part of the Europe where they don't speak English, where they don't speak my language. Even if they say working Paul, then initially I don't understand. I will just be laughing when they say yeah. Well, whether the thing they are saying is good or not, it's either yeah or nay, yes or no, and that's where you just be seeing everybody saying yeah, yeah. You to say yeah. We don't even know what they are saying. Beyond fact, when you know on the gossip, he or she will not know. Or to say yeah, no. I call you know go gado by yeah, no mama so abini. So, so language is another barrier that we parents faced in abroad, that it can be overwhelming, especially when we have young children. You know, and here, everybody have their own schedule, everybody have their own problem. You cannot say you come in because you come in this person is my friend or is my sister from abroad. He or she have their own problem they are facing. So you cannot even be a burden to them. You cannot have your own problem to them. So you have to face your own squarely as well. So initially when we came, I will use myself as an example. My husband was working, but I cannot work. One, my children, they were small. I had children of 2 and 4 years then. And moreover, I have to first learn the language before I can even do anything. Ordinary cleaning, you cannot do if you don't understand anything. What are you going to speak there? So I used 2 years to learn language, and there's no how you can even speak the language, and they will still see you at so they will still be abusing you, especially the elderly people. Even till now that I'm still working, they will still be saying, when are you going back to school to understand, to learn the language? I say, which language? They say this one. I say, okay, don't you understand me? They say, yeah. I mean, okay, in as much you understand me and I am talking, you are responding. So which other one? So, and that is it. There is no, especially with that we came abroad at the 40s, or which language do you want to learn? So that is why sitting down at home or why going to school to learn the language, we should be able to build something on our own, no matter how small it is. If it was that time that I was able to see this type of opportunity, I will not be where I am today. I will have grown more than where I am now. And a lot of people are still in that shoe now. Maybe they are just coming in, especially those people coming in this Japa era, or people, you know, seeking asylum in all these other European parts. Some, they were lucky they found themselves in a country that they still pay them. For 1 year, instead of them to use it to build something here, it's happening. We are saying it on social media. This is the real thing that is happening. We are here. We should be able to build something here. Fine, we can do something back home. I'm not going against that. But okay, imagine the children that were born here. They won't, because they can go on holiday, but not that later they decide to pay. Because they don't understand the culture. They understand the system, they understand everything. We can do things back home, but not that we should be solving ourselves here and kaloma shenkon sile. Elomi wa ati jeun je senu are uje gidi o ma ni lara ati rasho I heard a story of someone. That man, they said it was 60 plus. Baba ye yawa kon lonu ngbe. And all his money, he was just sending it back home. Nothing. Ko si saving, ko si nkankan. Ngo wa sick. Ko sowo, ko send. But baba ye could go fund me. Oni won gba fun. And everything, all the investment he had in Nigeria, and that is it. I'm not saying, why are we doing this business? It's to help ourselves, to help our family. But not that we should be suffering ourselves or our children, that we shouldn't be there for them and to the benefit of other people. Along God say, love yourself, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Not that you should love your neighbor more than yourself. And this is life. So why still sitting down, learning the language? That was a mistake. Oh, can you still hear me?
Yes, yeah.
Because
I can hear
was
you.
a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake I made then. Although I didn't see the opportunity, but maybe I should have invested in another thing. Because then I was working in Nigeria, I still had money with me that I can say, okay, let me use this money to invest on something, no matter how small it is. By now, I wouldn't be where I am. So for those people that are still in that situation now, while sitting at home, learning the language, you should be able to build something. And that is why our own business comes in. This business fits into their situation. It gives you the opportunity of seeing to your children's day-to-day activities, to be there to take care of yourself. Health is wealth. A lot of people that comes in during this Japa era, you will hear that only last week, one cooling wiki, just because wọ́n ti talé, wọ́n ti tọ̀nà bí ọ̀rọ̀ Aunty Deola. And they got there is different story. Wọ́n á máa wò pé òkè, ibo ni káwọn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. From there, bí ẹni tó ti jẹ́ pé ó ti ní health issue tẹ́lẹ̀, and he or she has been managing herself or himself. Tó bá ti débi báyìí ni kí ọmọ máa tí àwọn tí ìrònú bá ti setting báyìí, wàhálà dé nìyẹn, gbogbo nǹkan yẹn ó máa dín ńlá ni. From there, wọ́n máa kó àìmọye ọkọ àtìyàwó within this short period of Japa era that they've divorced. You can imagine somebody working in the bank or teaching or working in big offices before and coming to abroad now to be packing shift, cleaning, doing all those dirty jobs. How will that person cope? It's not possible. So that is why when you come in, ask information. Abere or no, wọ́n ní kò kí ń ṣìnà. Ask for support. Do networking. In our business, we are likely-minded people. We support each other in our community to grow. People coming in this business, ẹlòmíì máa sọ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń ṣe yẹn, in fact, wọ́n like ẹ̀, wọ́n kọ́ wọn join yín ẹ máa bọ̀. And that is it. There is no competition. We support ourselves. Láti grow. We help ourselves. We learn from each other. And that is how we can help ourselves to grow. Especially in where we find ourselves that our families are not here. Ẹlòmíì wà nínú wa, ẹlòmíì have been here 10 years, 15 years. Kò tí ì padà lọ sí ìlú ẹ̀. Orí phone ló kàn tí ń bá àwọn ẹbí ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀. And that type of person kò ṣe anything. Gbà tí ó bá di pé arúgbó dé, wọ́n ní GoFundMe ló bá bẹ̀rẹ̀. Kọ́lọ́run má ṣe títí wa bẹ́ẹ̀, Kọ́lọ́run kó ṣàánú. A lot of people kò wọ̀n wọ́n, and it might be initial capital that is debarring them, but still there are other solutions. There are even way to capital to invest in something. You can have soft loan. There are financing homes that are lending people money to start something. For those people that have gold, you can take your gold to a gold bank or something, and you will collect money. They will wait, they will know the what, they will give you the money. You start something and you'll be paying back and you collect your gold back. Those are other ways of starting something. Build your own legacy. Stop helping people to build their empire. When we talk about this, it's like a sweet-coated mouth. We talk too much, we do but it is not so. It is the way we see it. We are in this system, we're in this community, we see all the benefits, we see what people are getting. We hear a lot of story of what situations people have before they come into this business, and after 3 years they are here, all the benefits they are getting, things they've not got in their years of working. People have worked 14, 15, 20 years, nothing to show for it. But in 2-3 years of being in this community, they were able to achieve a lot. That is why people don't say na lie. Before you see na true, ẹni náà ti sọdá. Kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó lọ sọ́run tó padà wá tó ní báyìí lọ ṣe ń ṣe lọ́hùn. So, ibi tí a máa fi wọn ní àṣálẹ́ yìí nìyẹn. For anyone interested to be part of us to check our business out, I think our website on the screen or not.
Yeah, it is. It's just this message. What do you call it? Comment that
Okay.
I'm just displaying the
Yeah, you can
account.
read it because I'm not using my glasses, so I can't
Okay.
see properly.
Okay.
Glasses,
So
yeah,
Paris Tutu said you are right, sister me. Yes. Like she's
okay,
buttressing
thank you.
our point.
Thank you, sis. God bless you. And that is it. We are real people and we have real business. Our business is scam-free zone. Just let's help ourselves. Let's help our children. Àwọn ọmọ wa ò ní dọmọ ọlọ́mọ. Ọmọ tí social bá ti gbà. By the time táwọn ọmọ yẹn gan bá pé 18, they wouldn't want to come back. Kí wá ní èrè òbí? Ẹni tó kó ọmọ mẹ́ta wọlé, ẹni tó kó ọmọ mẹ́rin wọlé, tó wá di pé social gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ṣé ìrònú yẹn kọ́ ló máa pa ẹni yẹn? Ṣé depression kọ́ ló máa pa owó èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn?
God forbid, though.
Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kó jẹ́ ìpín wa kọ́. Àwọn tó dẹ̀ ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí, a lot of people kò wù wọ́n, but still that is why we come out here pé èèyàn máa ń kọ́gbọ́n lára èèyàn ni. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ káyé kọ́gbọ́n búburú lára wa. Nǹkan tó kò bá tí ìdílé ọmọ sí kọ́, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kárí. Tó bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀, way out is the next thing. And most times, the solutions to our problem, to any challenge, is beside us. But to decode it, gongon, only issue to one bit. Yorùbá máa ń ní nǹkan tí èèyàn wà lọ sí ṣòkòtò tó wà lápò ṣòkòtò èèyàn. But even some people, the problem that is beside them, other people will be telling them, kíní yìí wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. A máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé àwọn ògbọ́n nǹkan tó ń sọ, ó máa sọra ẹ̀ di Àṣàkẹ́ ni, wọ́n ti gé etí ẹ̀ lọ. Wọ́n ti gé etí ẹ̀ lọ. Anyway, my people, don't say that this one is so harsh. No, to ṣe Kamilara ni. We are all human beings. We are all mamas. We still work, except Auntie Diola. Me and Auntie Felicia, we are still working. But now I choose when to work. Initially, I was juggling 2 jobs together. Out of 24 hours, sometimes I do work 18 hours. I do work machine 10 hours night shift. And Mati Dele bit 7:30. Masari lowe. I'm Mati law school. Masari lowe. My soon for 4 hours. I do sleep maybe till around 1:45. 1:45 because I'm going to start the next shift by 2. So 1:45. Yes, Mati Dide. Mati wash up. Mati 70. 1:15. I will leave home and I will get to work 1:45. And I will change also. I bear it titi di 10 ale. Dele lale 10:30. And that was how I was doing for like 3-4 years. Until one day, Timoni Mumbo lati bishe 10-hour shift. I was very tired and I dozed off while driving. With the power on the other side. It was on a weekend that day. I was just saying, thank God. Because a lot of people, lot is soda benye. Lot is soda. It was that day I made the decision that something must change. I cannot continue living my life these days. And after some months, I started this business. I was able to drop that job. Even the night shift, I've dropped it. And the job I'm doing now, I choose when to work. When it is not convenient for me, I let them know. And that is it. That is the benefit of being in this thing. That I can fall back
you
on.
Rely on.
Will I be able to do that? No. 2 years ago, I can't do that.
So the balance.
So ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé ìgbésẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká help ara wa, ẹ jẹ́ ká tọ́jú ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa. Àwọn ọmọ wa ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa ni wọ́n jẹ́. Oríṣiríṣi story. And it's the last week, Friday, we were talking about that one person think when she was in America, and they were saying even last week, to Ikoja, Netherlands, ọmọ ọkùnrin, ọmọ 14 years, ó fún àbúrò ẹ̀, ọmọ 11 years lóyún. Just this last week, tó ṣe Ikoja. But that was on Friday, only last week, maybe just let's say 2 weeks ago. Of recent. And it's happening because the parents are not there. I'm not blaming them, but when there's opportunity, check it out. You have nothing to lose. Our own business, when you check it out, you have nothing to lose. And we still give you 100% guarantee that when you even pay that token, our administrative cost, you still have 30 good days to say, okay, I want to go for that or not. And if you are no more interested, you ask for a refund. But one good thing, you will be in our community. You will be sitting on the fence. And there, you'll be seeing what people are earning, how people are moving forward. So you have nothing to lose. Anyway.
God will help us.
Sis, do you have any advice for our viewers? Or if not, we should just wind up and let's call it a day.
Well, for me, I just want to encourage parents out there. Honestly, we are doing a lot. We are trying. Well done. But there's this opportunity we're presenting to you every day. Like I come out every day. Today is my day 42. To present you with an opportunity of a lifetime. If you still believe that everything online is a scam, you are living in a year 19. Hey. Now, people are going after information. People are smarter now because this is digital age. Yes, the only thing is you do your due diligence by making sure to get the information. What are they really doing, Gongo? And that's why we said go onto our website, watch 90 Minutes Info. It gives you some information up to an extent. But when you take the further step of paying a token, $149, it gives you access to everything. How this business really works. Because I know a lot of people have said, Kile and Shegongon, what are you doing? Enough of Kile and Shegongon. And so this business is helping people. Only sister Kemi Songbe, imagine. In fact, it's a cost. So Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kí ègún wá sórí family through us. Because if the parents were there, that would never happen. But nítorí pé I neglect àwọn ọmọ. Nítorí we are looking for money, we need to pay bills. Yes, bills has to be paid because it's shortcut. But nígbà tí wọ́n present yín real life people, èmi rẹ̀ níbí by sister Kemi ní láti Belgium, sister Deola ní láti Nigeria, we are telling you that this is legitimate. I have been in this business exactly 15 months yesterday and counting. And and I'm telling you that this is real. You can even do your research after you've paid your $149. You know the company we partner with. You know the products. Hello, see YouTube. Hello, Google. Go and check what this business the company is about. Who are they? How long have they been? What do they offer and all that? Goodness me, Joe, take that bold step. Just leave your skepticism out of the way now and go after that life that you desire. Go after that future that you desire for your children. Because at the end of the day, no, I know a lot of people say, so please, just close your eyes today. Take any website, go and sign up and watch the 90 Minutes Info. Take the hash. It's just Kamilara. Imagine what a bro. Kamilara Goni.
Honestly,
it's so sad, but you have an opportunity right there in front of you. It just take that bold step. And if it's skepticism, and just go after this information. Information is key. And so
I mean, Sister Dola, do you have something to say to our viewers?
So sad.
Yes. Okay, so some of us we are like, we are doing this because of our children. Our children did not send us message to burn them. Let me put it that. And so, some people are saying when we raise our children, they will be our retirement plan. That was then. So look for your one.
Ẹ má bínú àǹtí Déọlá, àwọn ọmọ Europe tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti ń kọ́ wọn tó ṣe máa tọ́jú owó tó bá fún àwọn ọmọ yín lówó tó àwọn ọmọ yẹn bá ní owó kan tẹ́ bá sọ pé àjẹ́ǹbẹ́ tọ́jú àbí yá mi tó bá ṣe máa sin owó ẹ̀ wà láìkẹ́ wà ní inú ṣọ́ọ̀pù tó ṣe máa sin owó yẹn pé mama you still have that my money mama you still in fact ẹ máa wò ó pé aṣọ́wó tèmi ná láti jọyọ̀ ilé ẹ lórí ṣé ó dá padà fún mi. And that is what they teach them at school. They teach them how to be independent.
Yes, financially independent.
How to take care of their own thing. Owó wọn, àwọn ọmọ bí ayẹ̀ tí notice, àwọn ọmọ yẹn wọ́n fowó wọn báyọ̀ ṣeré. And tó ṣe máa mú wọn lára dàgbà ní àdúrà takọ̀ máa bàkọ́ náà ṣàmú alọ́mọ tó máa láàánú wa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
That is it.
So I would say that do this for yourself. In as much as, yes, you are going to raise your children, but do it for yourself. At least let your own life to have meaning, learn to live life on your own terms. And that is what this business will do for you. it will not just, so it's not about raising children. You might say that, okay, what I'm doing now is enough to raise my children. But what about you as a person? So live life on your own terms. So if you want to live life on your own terms, this is a business opportunity that will afford you that kind of, opportunity, that kind of privilege. Because a lot of people are not living, they are just existing. So if you want to live, have your own business, have your own thing that you can call your own, your thing, your own. And through that, you can live life on your own terms. So,
so
That's the most
our
important
viewers, thanks so much for joining us tonight. God bless you. And
thank you, everyone.
This will be the end of today's topic. Hopefully, next week we can still continue with part 2 of come up with another important topic that we know it will be of benefit to we parents as well, because we parents, we are the vital part of this world. Let me just put it that way. So anyway, thanks so much for those people that are watching us live and those that will still watch the replay. Please help us to share, help us to comment. Let's know where you are watching from, and help us to like it. Share it on your timeline. It might not be of benefit for you, but you wouldn't know who you will be helping. Information is key by sharing it on your timeline. Thanks so much, everyone. God bless you all. Have a wonderful week. And good night.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.